If I had to start over at 21, fresh uni graduate, loads of student debt, and no idea what I wanted to do with my life, plus the job market was cooked, I wouldn't waste my time on half of the things that I wasted my time on, because most of the ways that people talk about how you can make money online is a complete waste of time, and it's a trap that just gets you further and further away from where you want to be. I was sold kind of the same dream that most people still share today, which is just start something and eventually the money will follow if you keep working at it, which is true, but you have to be working on the right path. You have to be playing the right game in order to win the game, but the problem is that most people aren't playing the right game. Today, I'm gonna put you on game. If you're trying to make money online for real, or you already are and you're feeling like you're on a hamster wheel, this is exactly what I wish someone told me when I first started out. So let's start with my first big mistake. At 21, I thought that the only way for me to make money was through a traditional online business in the e-commerce space. I'm talking like product, I'm like come up with a product or get a vendor to give me a product and then sell that product. But the only problem is I really didn't know where to start. So I obviously fell into the whole Etsy print on demand drop shipping method on the internet, which actually did work out for me. I made quite a bit of money with Etsy print on demand. But before I ended up in Etsy print on demand, I was doing drop shipping and I was actually paying to run ads to test products, which was really costly for someone who, again, no proper job and fresh uni student with loads of debt. Etsy print on demand allowed me to make money without having to run ads. However, the Etsy platform shut my store down, as they do to many people. And oftentimes you can run into these problems with e-commerce businesses, whether it's with a payment software or the platform you're running the store on. But this was the beginning of the beginning for me, because I realized that what I needed to make money consistently and not ever have to fear, for example, what happened with Etsy, etc., was some hard skills, leverage, and then proof of concept that those things could get me money again and again and again. Stay with me. If you are broke, you're just starting out, you do not need to invest into some sort of physical product, whether it's Etsy, print on demand, drop shipping, etc. I'm not saying that these things don't work. What I am saying is that the best thing you can do in your specific situation is to brush up on a high income skill. Freelancing a high income skill is the fastest and easiest way to make money, because you're getting paid for something valuable immediately, and nobody can take that skill away from you. If that client were to leave you or you were to leave that client, you can then offer that service to someone else just like that. Another way to say it is that fractional employment, so freelancing off services, is a modern take on the traditional 9-to-5, but with more flexibility and freedom. And the thing is, the reason people eat up those product-based businesses is because they have wet dreams about passive income. I fell into this trap as well, but the thing is, no matter what business model you have, you are always trading your time for money. You are always, one, serving someone, whether that's clients, investors, customers, and generally you are always trading your time for money. The goal is to try to shorten that amount of time. So stop looking for passive income before you've built any active income. Building passive income through investing or through other schemes is much easier once you have that active income in check, which is the exact position that I'm in today, thanks to learning high income skills. Okay, mistake number 2. This one might be a little bit controversial, but following your passion and thinking the money will follow you somehow. If your passion isn't solving a high value problem, it will never be the thing that makes you loads of money. It will simply be a hobby, and that's okay. At 21, I thought I had to love the thing I was doing and selling. But the truth is, you don't need to love what you do, you just need to love the results that it brings. What actually works or what actually matters, finding a skill that brings value into the marketplace, getting good at it, selling it, and passion can come later with the disposable income you have and are willing to lose, or the extra free time you get when you are making more money. You see, the thing is, you start to enjoy the thing more after the 10,000 hours. 5 years ago, I couldn't imagine that I would find so much excitement writing paid ads for e-commerce brands, selling random products online. You just need to start with a baseline skill that you don't absolutely hate. For me, that was writing. So remember, money follows values, not feeling, plus you usually start to like the thing more after it starts to make you more money. Mistake number 3 is chasing freedom over power. At 21, I thought I wanted freedom. Goes into the whole passive income, Bali lifestyle sort of thing. But freedom without leverage just means instability. Even rich people aren't free from anything or anyone. The real goal isn't freedom. The real goal is power. The ability to control your time, your income, and opportunities. Power gets you real freedom, and you get power by building leverage through doing good work, connecting with the right people in the right industries, building a powerful personal brand and reputation, building communities that root for you even when you're not there. So remember, power allows you to buy your time back through making more for doing less. Aim for power over freedom. And just like that, we're on to mistake number 4. And that is trying to copy success rather than understand it. I mean, if you're watching this video, you're already on the right track because you're putting a little bit of effort into trying to understand what it takes or how to go about things. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so you can keep that up. You see, the thing is, a lot of people think that following someone else's exact blueprint is going to guarantee that you will achieve the same thing if you follow it to the T. I used to think that, but you need to think of other people's success formulas or methods as simply a documentation of what they did to achieve the things they did at a different time in a different context. We all have unique fingerprints and circumstances, which means the things that we're meant to accomplish and align with will slightly differ. What actually works is learning to think in frameworks rather than formulas. You don't need to follow a step-by-step guide to a T, but you need to take that framework and adapt it then to your life and your unique advantages. I've spent well over $16,000 on courses, and I achieved great things on the back of every one of them, but I never followed any of their exact formulas to a T. I took them and adapted them to what felt right to me, but to also what I knew were my advantages or unique abilities. You need to be able to reverse engineer where you want to go using said frameworks and looking inwards. This is the real cheat code. Speaking of cheat codes, another important cheat code to follow is to detach from validation. It's so easy, especially when you're younger, to hold on to what people might think of you for doing said thing or looking outward for people to cheer you on. I promise you, this is the reason most people fail, because they secretly want permission to succeed from people around them who are never going to give them that validation that they're seeking. I've been there, done that, and I've left that in the past. If you need applause or approval from anyone else around you or external proof, you will always be left in that messy middle mediocre section. Winners win because they execute no matter who's looking or who's cheering them on. This will take you far. And one of my favorite cheat codes, especially for the women watching this, is to stop playing the fair game and start playing the advantage game. You're pleasant, I will do anything for you, good girl is only going to keep you broke. Replay that if you need to. In this game, you do not get paid based on work ethic. Yes, you want to work hard, but winners understand that perception, positioning, and results is really what matters at the end of the day. Prioritize those things over being the pleasant good girl who doesn't speak up for herself or works more than everyone else to prove her worth in the space. I already tried that method, so you don't have to. Remember what I said, follow the frameworks. So in a nutshell, I would tell my 21-year-old self to stop trying to build a business before she built an actual skill, and to stop chasing passive income before she's built active income and truly understood that. Just continue to learn, sell, stack proof and case study, and continue to charge accordingly. The people who make it in this online money game do that over and over again. They execute no matter who's watching, and they do this unapologetically. Hope you enjoyed, and now it's your time to go get paid.